What's up, guys? I thought I would explain quickly how quickly a water change can go bad. So today's Sunday. I decided I was going to do a water change today. Unfortunately, it didn't go as planned. I had my water mixed. I was doing other maintenance on both this 40 breeder and my quarantine, and I was getting ready to pump the water out. So I was going to use a power head, and I thought I could use a hose and suck up all the detritus that was on the bottom. Well, the hose fell off and hit my clump of Chaeto that I had just gotten. Now, I was kind of disappointed with this Chaeto. I won't say where I got it from, but it ended up being like really small pieces. So when I'd first gotten it, it was clogging up my aqua mesh that I have between the refugium section and the return pump section, which in turn caused the return pump chamber to the water level to drop, which triggered the ATO, and it started pumping fresh water into the tank. So luckily my salinity was high, and I managed to fix it right as it hit 35 ppt. But what happened was, when I clumped it all up, and when I hit it with the hose, it all dispersed and started clogging up again, and the ATO once again started pumping fresh water into the sump. So once that happened, I shut everything down. I unplugged the ATO to make sure it wasn't pumping more water in. Shut the return pump off, let the main display drain, and I started trying to clump the Chaeto back up. Well, that didn't work out very well, and I mean, you can still see pieces, but they're literally, quarter inch, half inch, little, almost filings rather than cuttings. So it was just impossible to try to get it all to clump up and stay together. I'm gonna have to buy like a big ball of it, I think. Hopefully I can get some bigger cuttings, but I thought buying 2 softball size bags would be enough, but instead of cutting it as one piece, they cut it into 2 softball size chunks, and this is what I ended up with. So anyways, I tried scooping it all out, and that wasn't working. I used a fishnet I had to try to get it all. It didn't work out. So I started looking at the sump, and I had Chaeto all inside the aqua mesh, like top to bottom. It was underneath. I had aqua mesh here underneath the return pump. I think I had 2 layers. So it was underneath all of that. It had somehow found its way through. And on top of that, I had a ton of detritus because I don't run filter socks. I probably will, but I'm just not right now. So at that point, I decided I was just going to drain the whole tank, shop vac it, and just pretty much start from scratch. And so I started draining it. After I drained the refugium section and started on the return, I heard something sizzling, and I had left my heater running, which I have no idea if that's going to work or not. I'm gonna try to use it until I can get another one. I do have a Aquarium 150 watt heater that I picked up today just for the water change. But that's up in the main display to keep that warm. I took everything out. I shot back the bottom. I put the newly mixed salt water and a little bit of the old salt water back. And right now I'm making an RODI so I can make another batch. Unfortunately, I'm only making like 4.5 gallons at a time. So, needless to say, routine maintenance, things can quickly turn bad if you're not paying attention. Unfortunately, there was nothing I could really do. I don't want all these small little pieces of Chaeto in my sump. I mean, I'll show you what it looks like. As you can see, it's a lot of small pieces. I mean, even the big clump is just a bunch of small pieces stuck together. So, it's just not, that's not going to work for me. So, I'm going to have to replace it. And I don't know, I might pick up a skimmer and run that for now and wait on the Chaeto. I might just try to get some better Chaeto than that. That's unacceptable. But it is what it is. So I will show you how the display tank's looking. It's been a little while since I made a video, so my LFS had some deals on frags. So I ended up getting 3 Aquapora frags for, I think it was like 60 or 70 bucks. Obviously, this is a new tank and I should have never bought acros, but surprisingly, only one of them is really doing bad, but it's not getting worse. It's kind of like staying stagnant. As you can hear, because of the low water level in the display, the power heads are sucking air down from the top. But, so yeah, I mean, none of them are really doing great right now. I was hoping the water change would help bring up the alkalinity and calcium magnesium that has depleted over the past week. I also am ordering a doser and some 2-part. Hopefully I can get that tuned and running smoothly. This is not, it's not easy, I will say that. I mean, it's a lot of just getting everything figured out and set perfectly so that everything works together. So, let me show you the main display. Alright, so this camera won't allow me to make any adjustments. Also, as you can see, I have like diatoms from the high nitrate and the lights being on. The Chaeto had helped, I think. My nitrates were down from over 20 to about 10 as of yesterday. So there's one frag. This is the one that's not doing so well. They look as if they had flatworms. I did dip this one that you're looking at now and the white one today. Try to make sure that there wasn't any babies that recently hatched. Let me grab my light and I'll give you guys a better look. Alright, so you can probably see a little bit better now. And you can see the diatoms on the rock. And this one doesn't look too bad, but you can tell it does have some bite marks. This is the one that's bleached. And then this is the one, the only one that I've seen the polyps on. But still not doing very well. It's been about a week, so hopefully the adjustment period is just about over. And once I get the sump up and running and the doser running, maybe we'll be able to get things going again. If I lose the frags, I mean, I'm not going to be too disappointed. Shouldn't have bought acros to begin with, but it is what it is. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I can help you not make the same mistakes I did. If anybody knows where I can get some good Chaeto from that isn't going to float to the top of the sump in tiny little pieces and get stuck in the aqua mesh, please feel free to let me know. But until next time, keep reefing.